Today was the warmest day we've seen so far in February. However, an approaching cold front slipping down from Canada brought rather windy conditions, and another approaching storm system is bringing some snow from South Dakota all the way to Michigan. Well, right now in the Fargo-Moorhead area, we do have some flurries. The temperature the last few hours has been going up and down, but right now we stand at 34 degrees. The wind chill is at 9 above. The relative humidity stands at 85%, and the pressure is falling from 29.62 inches, and the wind is out of the south, still at 21 miles an hour. In the Grand Forks area, under a clear sky, it's 29 degrees. The wind chill 8 above. The relative humidity stands at 85%. The pressure is steady at 29.56, and the wind is out of the southwest at 15 miles an hour. The official high today in Fargo-Moorhead climbed to 35 degrees after a morning low of 8 above. The averages are 20 and 0. The record high is 43, dating back to 1935, while the record low of 30 below dates back to 1905. And things are getting worse across much of the Midwest. There are winter weather alerts in a number of categories from the northern part of Kansas all the way through Wisconsin and Michigan. Winter storm watches go into effect tomorrow through much of Iowa and northern Illinois, so if you're planning to drive to the southeast, keep an eye on that. Now, right now, you're looking at the radar screen out of Sioux Falls, and it does show a large area of snow that has developed in the eastern part of South Dakota, and the snow has moved into southwestern Minnesota. Now, this area of snow will be moving to the north and the east, with the heaviest snowfall totals in the extreme southeastern part of Minnesota, possibly 4 inches by early in the morning. But as we zoom out, we see that area of precipitation is rather large, with rain down to the south, then freezing rain and snow covering much of the Midwest. And here's that snow in South Dakota. On the satellite picture, we do see a large area of clouds covering the Midwest. Here's that next Arctic front. Behind it, winds have shifted to the northwest, and they're still rather gusty. Ahead of it, still a southwest wind or a south wind, and winds still are very gusty. Here's that rain down to the south, more rain up in the northeast, and a small area of snow out in the Rockies in northern Utah and the southern part of Idaho. Around the nation today, Plentywood, Montana, for the second day in a row, had the nation's low at 2 below zero, while Cotulla, Texas, had the nation's high at 86 degrees, lots of 50s and 60s down in the southeast, lots of 30s across the Rockies, with 68 degrees in Phoenix. Around our area today, Bismarck was the warmest in North Dakota at 42 degrees. 40s were very common all across South Dakota, with 30s all across Minnesota, except for Warroad at 29 degrees. Around our area right now, temperatures are mostly in the 20s across North Dakota, with some lower 30s. Right now, Jamestown at 33. Winds behind that front, as I mentioned, out of the northwest, and winds still are gusty across much of the area, and there's that area of snow down in the southwestern part of Minnesota. Tomorrow's expected highs will start out in the low 20s, but temperatures will plummet from that. The warm spots will be from South Carolina through Texas and then into the southern part of California. For tonight, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance for snow. Low temperatures will be very mild, mostly in the teens, maybe 20 for the low in Wahpeton and Breckenridge. Tomorrow, a 30% chance for snow, windy with falling temperatures. Will start out mostly in the low to mid-20s, but falling from that. Tomorrow night's forecast is not looking too good. Flurries returning to cold weather, low 0 to 5 below. And then for Tuesday, flurries again, continued cold, high temperatures 7 to 14 above. Wednesday and Thursday, cold and dry, highs 5 below to 5 above, lows from 10 to 20 below. The winds tonight will be out of the northwest at 15 to 25 after the front pushes through. And then tomorrow, those winds will be out of the northwest 15 to 30. So we could have some areas of blowing and drifting snow as the weather worsens.
Okay, well, good. Thanks, Joe.
Okay.